Coming to you from Los Angeles, California. It's 11:16 p.m. November 21st, 2016. Another episode of Fourjacs T.V.
Cardinals going up against Brady's Patriots. With that, we'll send you up to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough as we say hello to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Arizona Cardinals and the New England Patriots. Short boot, take it at the 21. And it stretches drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting to run. Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he's going to be stopped here on this first play as he gets it to the line of scrimmage and no more. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. This is the offense we're going to see coming up in this one, and LeGarrette Blount, the featured back.
The big knock on him coming out of college was his lack of speed, but it's definitely not his lack of power. He runs right through opposing tacklers and sets things up big for his offense.
Call it a gain of 3, and that's going to bring up a third down. And the 11 defensive starters for Arizona.
Calais Campbell's one of the tallest defensive ends in the league. Has the ability to get low and play the run, and adds excellent kick-blocking ability.
And complete on the right side to Bennett. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They do go for it. It's Brady. And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski. A big play there on the catch and run. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. And I put my first tally mark next to the Brady to Gronk counter here.
I think it may be the first of many, because once they get going, look out, things tend to snowball. Tom Brady trusts Gronk as much as any receiver I think he's thrown to in his career, and it's evident when you see that.
Saying something.
That's saying something right there, but he's earned it.
Brady gives now to Blount, and he's going to take this one down to the 25. 3 touchdowns in Week 10 for Blount. He now has 12 on the season, Charles, with still 7 games to play.
And it really shouldn't be a surprise, because when you're talking about short yardage, goal line running, LeGarrette Blount is your prototypical guy. Built solidly, runs low, runs with force, runs behind his pads, as they like to say, and truly has a nose for the end zone. Rarely is he denied. 2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Shift together here from the D-line. Now Blount. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
But when it comes to the running game, the New England Patriots, they're one of the few teams in the NFL that I don't think care much about balancing things out.
Last year, to your point, 5th in passing yardage, number 30 in the run game.
What they want to do each and every week is make a game plan based on their opponent, not so much their own personnel, and they try to attack that way.
And with Gronkowski, the buzz after the Seahawks game was that 4th down fade pattern. Was it the right call? Did Cam Chancellor hold? What did you see?
I have a lot of people that I work with that go crazy whenever they see a fade ball. They're like, that play never works. But I don't believe that to be true. I think it's a very effective play when run correctly. And the problem that they had on that play, Gronk was being defended by Cam Chancellor, who was also a big body safety. They're like 2 mastodons in the end zone. I was glad that there was no flag. Let them work it out themselves. Incomplete.
And this will be the 9th play on this drive. Now this time, Brady will throw. This is caught. Gronkowski. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, and that's a nice job of improvising, but it's not normal. Usually when the screen pass is taken away, you're taught to just throw the ball at the ground at the feet of the receiver so that you don't get it intercepted and just start over. But he ended up finding another receiver.
On the toss, this is Blunt. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. This opening drive has taken them to the 2, but now they come up on a 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Brady. And caught by Hogan for a Patriot touchdown. Chris Hogan from a yard out. And the Pats have taken the early lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It was pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. J.J. Nelson now to return. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Johnson, and he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. Johnson obviously having a great year, Charles, but 55 yards in week 10 rushing-wise. Did score 2 touchdowns, 1 receiving and 1 rushing, but those rushing yards a little lower than what we've come to expect.
I think it also shows just how competitive the NFL is because San Francisco got the number 32 rush defense. That's last in the NFL. So I'm sure David Johnson, the offensive line of Arizona, thought, boy, this is a good week. Could stack up some big numbers. It didn't happen because even though they're the 32nd ranked team, they still have a lot of pride, and they played hard.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So a costly penalty marker, and it's now 3rd and 11.
Let's go. Blue, 95.
On 3rd down, Palmer. It's brought in by Floyd. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football, and they've got it here with a first down.
That was the new fall. That's someone. Did I bring him? Yes, what kind of fall is it?
Palmer gives to Johnson. And he'll get this up to about the 40.
Little cheap 99 cents, $1 at fall. It always fuck up on the end. I mean, you will roll a piece or two off of it.
You almost forget that someone has to carry the ball.
Always. You can't never get the whole fall off.
Really well done.
Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way, you often control the game.
So following
Even
the
if
run,
you
we'll
get
see
it
what
for
they do
right
here
now,
on
it
third
ain't
down.
gonna work worth shit.
The play clock's running down.
Yeah.
Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
They pick it up on 3rd and 1 on the quarterback sneak, and that's not easily done because there are extra bodies in there on the defensive side, and they're moving forward at the snap.
Yeah, I was certainly expecting a handoff, weren't you?
Yeah, I totally was. I thought they'd go with a back, maybe try and get a lead blocker in front. But as you talk about in different games, those guys with confidence in their offensive line, they just want to move forward and get it.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a game. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
The tight end, Jermaine Gresham, the intended receiver. And it's 4th down.
Let's go ahead and try and get into the body and the mind of the linebackers. Yeah, I know they're bigger and stronger than I ever was, but in this situation, they understood what was going on as much as the offensive guys. Because the offensive guys always taught, find the first down sticks and make the play. Well, on defense, what do you want to do? Guard the first down line. Make sure they don't get there and tackle them in front. They were able to drop in their zone coverage, figure out where the first down line was, and end up making the play, swatting it away so they couldn't get the completion.
NFL teams last year, a little under 50% on 4th down conversions. This is a bit tougher. 4th and 4, and the back goes into motion. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Here's Palmer to throw. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Patriots take over. They're going to have terrific field position. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. Blunt, the lone running back. Brady. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Brandon Williams in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
2nd down, sacked by the defense. What type of pressure will they bring here on 3rd? We'll see. On play action, it's Brady. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
So on 4th down, the left-footed Ryan Allen to kick it away for the Pats. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusting.
Palmer's hit. He loses the football.
Plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction.
In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Foxborough after this. Fresh set of downs here. Throwing on first down is Brady. Screen pass to Blunt. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. LeGarrette Blunt, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. And now they're in the hurry up. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
2 Patriots there to bring him down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving it effectively and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Let's go. Blue 95.
Hard throw, incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
Text it to me, Tab, the name, because I can't.
Fielded at the 45. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. And the Patriots gearing up to go now. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done.
If you ain't using it, I'll take it when I get that lady hers.
They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Like 20, he comes.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play there just before halftime. 43 yards.
I've got to make sure that I don't take Tom Brady's greatness for
Hi,
granted.
baby.
Routine. How about
How
that
are
right
you?
there? There's another great completion.
Okay, I
You
love
know what? Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Love you too. Okay.
Oh, maybe they ain't talking to you. Maybe.
Okay, love you too.
On second down, here's Brady. That's caught at the 3.
He right here.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1 yard line.
I made some chili beans
now,
earlier.
everything here, we're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Yeah.
Third and goal, Patriots now.
Tom Brady on the sneak.
They come out here in the eye. Third and goal. Can the offense punch it in here from the 1? And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
And they might think about going for it here, but it's still just the second quarter. Take the 3 points, tell the defense you believe in them, and let them get the ball back for you.
Look it up now.
No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. Brady going to go on 4th down. That's caught at the 3. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Cardinal defense comes up with a goal line stand. And the Cardinals offense here ready to take over. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
Now Palmer back into his end zone. He'll rifle this one deep right side. They were trying to get it there to Michael Floyd. And that'll bring up second down.
Well, partner, I guess that answers the question about whether they're going to sit on it or not.
It does. Now we'll see if they try that again.
Yeah, I think what we find on plays like that, when you take that shot, if you're unsuccessful, then you go way more conservative to finish the half, you know? I think that's the way they'll go.
You got something for me? You hear me?
Final play of the half. It's Palmer. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. So they go play action with Palmer. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with it, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
So incomplete on second down. Now they'll look to convert here on third. From the gun on third down, it's Palmer. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
This time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do.
You ever notice that when Tom Brady does get hit and drop to the ground, some guys back to him pretty quickly to check on his health, aren't they?
That's exactly right. For as much as he throws, doesn't take a lot of square shots, but took one there.
He's really smart in the pocket, isn't he? Even out of the pocket. He understands where the pressure's coming from. He senses people. You're exactly right. Don't take too many direct ones. But that one had to hurt. You know, some teams use the running game just to bludgeon people. I think that Brady to Gronk does the exact same thing for them. Long, short, medium, they know how to connect.
In ways that sort of revolutionized the quarterback-tight end relationship. They can go, as you told me before, they go medium, they can go short, they go long.
And the way that Gronk is used, he's not just a tight end. Oftentimes they put him on the backside of formation as the single wide receiver, and he runs routes exactly that way.
Brady to throw again. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass.
Oh, if I get this, I don't need them. This get hot. Them little iron things make it hot when I look at. Like that girl, remember right there, that girl that was on my knee?
The pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're trying to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
That's caught at the 2. That'll be a pickup of just 2. And that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. So put another 3 on the board, and all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the 3rd quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
And that's caught inside the 35. 2 veterans there. Palmer to Fitzgerald. 49 yards.
I know that throughout his career, Carson Palmer has caught a little bit of grief along the way about winning big games and being consistent. But I've noticed that when he doesn't connect with Larry Fitzgerald until the second half, their team's behind.
Absolutely not a good recipe. We were wondering, we said at halftime, they've got to get on the same page.
He is very important to his team. I would say vital. Carson Palmer finding Larry Fitzgerald, that's the winning edge for them.
They come out here in the eye. Again, it's Johnson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. David Johnson, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals cut into that lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Danny Amendola on the return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. So the Patriots coming out now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They go play action here on first down. Right side, that's complete to Gronkowski. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down.
Got for them. They did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, we gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
Let's see if they can figure that out right here. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
They go to Johnson again. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives them a new set of downs. And quickly, they get to the line. Now Palmer on first down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And Fitzgerald has got it. Touchdown, Cardinals. Larry Fitzgerald, 34 yards. And the Cardinals turning that interception into a touchdown. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again. They start on the ground here with Blunt. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the third quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the second half.
I agree totally. It's not just end-of-the-half situations that you worry about the clock. It's throughout the game. And with a lead, stay in bounds. Make them fight harder to try and catch you.
Here's Brady. And over the middle to the tight end, Bennett. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had to read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game. Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They come out here in the eye. They'll run it here with Blunt. And able to work his way down to the 16. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. And in this situation with the lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. It's a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
I don't know about you, partner, but on 2nd and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guy thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a 1st down.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. As he's down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Now they'll throw with Brady. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors. But that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. After the touchdown, he'll send this one away. Got fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
They come out here in the eye. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's caught inside the 35. A huge play there for Arizona. 44 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him. Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Touchdown, so hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
And they put it in the end zone, which was job 1. Now they have to convert, and then it's decision time, isn't it?
Yeah, so this is what all teams go through. You look at the clock, you're inside 2 minutes, look at your timeouts, make that onside kick decision.
Yeah, how do you feel about your defense, where you are in terms of the scoreboard, and the time left on the clock, as you noted, so many things to go through.
Zero after the touchdown to kick it away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They've got the lead by 3, late stages of the game. What's the message here? Just hang on to the football? Is it that simple?
That's exactly right, because ball security is paramount. And you got a small cushion. A field goal can tie you, but you don't even think that way. Just take care of the ball, close out the game.
Will they close it out? We're about to find out. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. 2nd down, 9 yards to go. Brady going to look to throw. And he finds a man with a crossing route. It'll be a gain of 8 yards. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Here comes the D swarming to the line. To throw is Brady. And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
Now a carry for Blunt. And he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through.
Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Brady going to throw here. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well. And every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Now Brady out to his left. This is caught. It's Julian Edelman. Now a loose football. The ball comes out. So they're operating in the red zone. Now Brady. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Brady going to throw. Screen pass to Blunt. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play. So it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little a little extra on top.
And it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this one incomplete. It doesn't
That game was streaming live on YouTube. You can watch it again if you want to again on YouTube. At Fourjacs TV. Another episode of Fourjacs TV streaming to you live from Los Angeles, California. It's 12:01 a.m. November 22nd. This is your host Jack for Fourjacs TV.
Always attack.
Streaming live on YouTube. Peace.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Patriots winners here at home as we say so long